to take you on the journey of one notable edible from inception to ingestion, as we say. So we're really an ingredient-driven show, kind of like the farm-to-table movement in podcast form. So we're so excited to be able to speak to you. Little Owl has long been on the top of my list of places to go, so I can't wait to, I love the sausage and peppers. I'm not always a sausage person, but love this. So since we are an ingredient-based show, I love that you used Brussels sprouts because they're kind of a much maligned vegetable. So what would you say or what would you cook for the most hardened Brussels sprouts hater?
Well, since 2001, I've been making Brussels sprouts 2 different ways. And, I make them with pecans, caramelized pecans and Brussels sprouts that are cooked with butter and parsley, and that's it. Right? Or the dish that we just made, the Brussels sprout home fries.
Right.
And actually, Gourmet Magazine did a little piece on both of them where they published the recipe. So that's going to be a timepiece now.
Right.
But yeah, these are those are my 2 favorite dishes for Brussels sprouts.
Well, they're super seasonal right now, so we're going to be finding them in all the markets. So what are some of your favorite ingredients to work with that you'll be finding in the farmer's market right now?
Outside of Brussels sprouts?
Outside of Brussels sprouts.
Butternut squash, acorn squash. I think all the chard right now is really great. Swiss chard and kale, really fantastic. I like to cook with pumpkin seed oil during the fall, and pumpkin seeds, parsnips, mushrooms. This is perfect season for mushrooms right now, and we've had great weather for them. Lobster mushrooms, chanterelle mushrooms, hedgehog mushrooms. Let's see. What else?
Is the pumpkin seed oil, is that just a finishing oil, or is that actually something that you can...
It's a finishing oil. You don't really want to get it hot at all. You can also use it in baking.
Oh, like in pumpkin bread.
You substitute olive oil with pumpkin seed oil. But you have to understand it's going to get a little dark.
Right.
So for a focaccia, you might use that?
I don't know, pumpkin.
You could do a pumpkin focaccia. Sounds delicious, actually. I might steal your idea.
Got it.
So you mentioned a lot during the presentation that you're very influenced by your grandmother and her cooking.
Yeah.
So what are some of the ingredients that you grew up with, that she cooked with, that you find yourself using particularly today?
Fennel seeds. She's a big fan of fennel seeds. So I use fennel seeds in a lot of things.
And fennel seeds, they're used in a lot of different cuisines, not just Italian cooking.
How about that?
Right. So what are some other dishes that you use outside of the Italian?
Outside of, well, a lot of the dishes that I make are Italian or Italian American.
Right.
So, for instance, one of the dishes that's on the menu at Little Al's, the gravy meatball sliders, and there are actually fennel seeds in the sauce. And a lot of people don't think to put fennel seeds in a tomato sauce for pasta or for meatballs. But that's how my grandmother would do it. And the reason why she did it once, she did it the first time because she couldn't get her hands on sausage. And like I was telling you, Italian sausage has fennel seeds in it. So she'd always make braciole, meatballs, and sausage would be in her gravy, which is her favorite pasta is spaghetti. So she'd always make the gravy. Once she couldn't get sausage, she substituted just putting fennel seeds into the sauce. And it really took it to a different level.
So what would you say are your top 5 must-have ingredients? They could be anything. They could be protein or vegetable.
But if you were stuck on a desert island and you could only choose 5, what would they be?
And where are these ingredients coming from if you're stuck on a desert island?
Well, they get shipped. I don't know. Not Cisco, but some other system, maybe.
Olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic. I only have one more?
Yeah, I guess so.
Tomatoes.
It's a real seasoning ingredient. We did a tomato episode. What are some of your favorite preparations for tomatoes?
I like to make a pizza sauce with a really concentrated tomato sauce. So it's kind of like either raw or all the way cooked, nothing in between. You can't stand it when you get like a sauce and it's like separated from all the liquids coming out of it.
Right.
I don't like that. So either totally raw with salt and olive oil in it, or cook it forever with garlic and onions and basil and parsley. Fennel seeds.
One last question for you. Butternut squash is one of the things that you mentioned right now that's so seasonal. Besides soup, what's something else that somebody could do with it? Because soup is the first thing that everybody thinks of. There's got to be something else you can do with that vegetable, right?
I like to make a salad with it.
Okay.
Yeah, is to peel it, slice it down, and toss it with olive oil and garlic and salt and pepper and roast it in the oven. Right? As soon as it's cooked, get it out and stick it in the fridge so it doesn't just fall to mush. Then make a salad with toasted pumpkin seeds, bib lettuce, frisee, Parmesan cheese, and the roasted butternut squash. And you can make a dressing, a salad dressing with the pumpkin seed oil, some sherry vinegar, a little rice wine vinegar, and salt, pepper, and olive oil.
I think you were going to steal your idea.
I know. Fantastic. I have my. Thank you so much, Chef. We really enjoyed that.
Thanks.
And this is us. And our upcoming episode is on pork, and we're speaking with Fred Zorn, the livestock manager at Stone Barn. We'll check it out. And we'll definitely be at both restaurants. We're so excited. Thank you so much. So nice to meet you.
Have a great day. Get outside and enjoy that weather.
Indeed.
Take care.